Alright, it's the White Tiger Nut, and this is installing the YHM low profile gas block for the AR15.
3:30 seconds.
As you can see here, it's got two set screws on the bottom. It takes a 3/30 seconds Allen key. You can see it's a lot smaller than the DPMS rail gas block that came on the original Oracle. This is the Yankee Hill. It's a lot smaller, a lot lighter. It's steel, and as you can see, the set screws don't, they're not exactly in the same position, but I got one set screw in, so that's a good thing. And I'm just noting here, it's a lot smaller, a lot thinner, fits under the free float handguard pretty well, and I think it's just a much better piece than that big bulky rail gas block. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this baby on so I can go ahead and use this free float quad rail, and I'll go into the installation of this quad rail in another video coming up pretty soon. But as you can see here, I went ahead and removed the roll pin from the DPMS rail gas block. I removed the roll pin and the gas tube with this punch. It's a 1/16 punch there that I punched through. So I went ahead and just struck it out and pulled it the rest of the way with some pliers, some needle nose pliers. Went ahead and pulled it out. It's pretty simple stuff. As you can see here, after I got the punch started and went ahead and got the piece out, this is just taking a look at the gas tube. As you can see here, that's where the roll pin goes through, or the little pin for the gas tube that holds it in the gas block. And getting in focus there, so you can see the hole where the gases escape the barrel and run through the gas tube here, and you can see a little bit of buildup, but it's not bad. So again, these having extra gas tubes is probably a good thing to have, and keeping them clean and whatnot. But usually have to do that after a few thousand rounds. Just going ahead and showing you some of the ports and whatnot. You can see that's where it accepts the gas. And in a second, I'm going to go ahead and show you. It's good to measure where these things are and make sure that they're going to be all lined up when you put them through. Usually the specs are pretty good on the AR15s, but just making sure everything is going to be in proper alignment, so you get as much gas as as possible. As you can see on the barrel here, you can see where the actual gas block, the hole was a little larger than the hole in the barrel. So you can see a little bit of wear around the actual hole in the barrel where the gases are kind of blowing off some of the coating on the barrel. So that's actually a good thing. It's better to have a larger gas block than actually the hole in your barrel, because you don't want any kind of obstructions. So again, looking at this, basically I'm just showing you kind of how I just hammered through. Took a hammer, put it up on this little piece of wood, and just hammered that piece out. You can see a little mark in the wood there where I just went ahead and punched it out. And this isn't really the best punch, but again, I'm just doing this with simple tools. Sitting here on the floor and pulling out with a needle nose pliers. So it's not very hard. And I'm going to go ahead and reuse this pin. Actually, some people recommend not reusing the pin, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I'm going to use the needle nose pliers actually to go ahead and punch it in and get it started once I get the gas tube in place. And then I'll show you kind of a unique way of placing in the roll pin, which actually I think is pretty simple and effective. So again, just get the gas tube oriented inside the gas block. Properly make sure that, as you can see here, where this roll pin is going to go through, you can actually kind of just look through and get it all set up and straight, so you can see straight through it and get the pin straight through. You don't want to force it through. If everything's not correct and true, wind up messing something up. So as you can see, I'm kind of turning it and seeing that it's pretty much straight. I'm going to use these needle nose pliers just to hold it and go ahead and hammer it in. Now, as you can see here, I've used the 1/16 Allen key just to kind of as a place keeper to make sure that the gas tube and everything is going to stay in proper alignment when I drill this through, and make sure everything, you don't want to have it out of alignment when you're trying to ram it through. And I found a really easy way to actually, instead of just hammering it, is using these needle nose pliers and just go ahead and actually clamp it in. So I think that was pretty effective, and it's pretty sweet. I just came up with that. I'm not sure, some other people probably do that, but I just think it's pretty effective. I don't have a specific one of those little gas block tools or anything, or to hammer this in, and so I think this works pretty well. It's not bad. Just try not, and just make sure you don't booger up your little your pin here, because you might have trouble getting it out. But I think it works well, and I got it through there eventually, and a little bit of scratch. It's not a big deal. Again, this is a gun. I'm not really worried about making it super fancy and sexy and whatnot. It's just going to be a usable tool. So having some marks on it's not a big deal. Just use your pliers, whatever tools you got, and make sure that things are going to work properly. And I know it's not definitely always ideal, but if you use what you got, and I think it's efficient, as long as hopefully it works out for you, I don't think it's a big problem. So again, you have to get this barrel nut in alignment with the gas tube, and as you can see here, I had some trouble getting that in alignment, so I'll go into more detail with that, torquing it down and whatnot. But once it's in alignment and it's ready to go, then you can go ahead and slide it in. If you can see that barrel nut there, kind of a cheap aluminum barrel nut, I kind of torqued the crap out of it with, basically torqued the shit out of it with my torque wrench, and it kind of bent it up. But that's not where the gas tube goes, so I think it's going to be alright. We'll probably put some bluing or some paint on that, but I think it's okay. So as you can see, just go ahead and slide the gas tube, get everything in proper indexing, and just slide it on. And this is a .750 gas block, so make sure the barrel and everything, you have the proper diameter, and just go ahead and index it properly and slide it on. I'm going to use the set screws in the bottom to kind of help me index the hole, but usually you'd want to measure and make sure that you have it in proper orientation, so you're not blocking off the gases in any way. So as I'm pushing it on here, you just want to make sure that you get it all the way back. And I pre-measured internally where the gas hole was on the gas block and where the hole was on the barrel in relation to the collar, or the little piece where the gas block is sitting against here, all the way to the back. And when it was all the way on the collar or the shoulder, or all the way on the back piece of the barrel, it seemed to be a little far. So moving it actually towards the front of the barrel, or towards the muzzle, 3/32, I think is where you get the optimum gas pressure on my particular barrel. So as you can see, where I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up and show you how these holes in the YHM correspond with the DPMS barrel. I know this is a 16-inch carbine length barrel with the carbine length gas system, and as you can see, if it's all the way in, it doesn't necessarily line up, but moving it back a little bit, it will be in perfect alignment with that left screw. So I'm able to get one of the little indents on the barrel, I'm able to get inside of there, and it helps keep the gas block from rotating. I'm going to have a free float quad rail over top of this gas block for that purpose, so that nothing can bump the gas block and make it rotate, which will basically turn your gun into a bolt action. But I think it's going to be safe, and one of these, as long as I get everything working properly, I'll Loctite this baby down, and hopefully this will be enough to hold it for the long run. So as you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten these down. Again, those are 3/32, and I'm just trying to show you basically again here the perfect alignment of this little piece. And as you can see, it's not necessarily perfectly aligned. I have to actually move it to the right a little bit, and as I tighten the screw in, it'll kind of naturally go back into that section and leave a little gap on our left as we're looking at it here, to actually, I think, get this gas block almost in perfect alignment with the actual gas tube hole, the hole in the gas tube on the barrel. I mean, the hole in the barrel for the gas. So I think it's pretty effective. I was kind of fortunate. I was really worried about this and how these were going to interact and interface. So I think it's kind of helpful for anybody with the DPMS Oracle or 16-inch DPMS barrel to know that the YHM low profile seal gas block will actually index properly with at least one of the indents in the barrel where these set screws are supposed to go. Unfortunately, because the second one doesn't work 100%, it actually makes it hard to even drill out a hole for this second one that I'm tightening at this point, because if you drill into it, it'll be really sloppy because it's going to interact with the second hole that was already drilled, and you're not going to get the tightest fit as if you would just drill it from a fresh barrel, drill your own hole for the set screw. It would fit tighter in there. So I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and hopefully it'll be enough to hold it. I don't think there's going to be a lot of lateral forces working on this, trying to twist it. So I think it'll be pretty sweet. I think it's going to work out, and we'll just keep you posted with it. So as you can see, she's the gap, as I mentioned before. If you're looking on the left side of the gas block, right where I'm pointing, there's a slight gap, and that, as I said before, if you pull the gas block in that position, I think is the optimal position for the gas, to make sure that you got those holes right over top of each other. So as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and test fit this with the charging handle and the bolt. And as I put the bolts in and the charging handle, you can kind of see how this whole thing kind of works together. There's a little hole in the tip of the charging handle where the gas tube actually runs in, as you can see, and then it also indexes with the gas key on the bolt. Actually, the bolt carrier has the gas key on it, and that's what indexes here with the gas tube. So as you can see here, the charging handle and the gas tube and the bolt carrier and the gas key all kind of interact, and make sure that there's no real problems here. Make sure it's not wearing excessively, and that it will stay and work properly. So this is just kind of giving you an overview. I'm just trying to make sure that it's going to lock in and everything, and not have a bunch of excessive wear in this particular part. So I think it's working properly, and I think everything's functional, and it looks pretty slick, and I think it's going to work good for my free-floated free-floated tube. Can't talk, but anyway, I think the gas block's looking good. Stay tuned for updates. Peace out.